let's go for the night before Christmas. No, we can't. It has to be the night before Christmas. Instead, let's go for Gingerbread House Festive Spiced Biscuit. It really does smell like a cross between gingerbread and a brandy snap, which I like. Please excuse all the beeping. Mum is playing with the oven. Okay, hello. I am Astrid. I am Wattle and Wool. Today is December 14th. It is a Wednesday and it is Advent. So we are up to the 14th day of Advent and it is a 31-degree day, so it's nice and warm. The weather has been very confused lately, so we've gone between 17 and raining and 31 and humid in the past few days. So I'm hoping that it will calm down and get to a nice 26, which is my preferred temperature. So just for me, please. Okay, let's talk about today. So I went to work. I always go to work. It is actually my second last day of work, so tomorrow is my last day and I had such a lovely time. I'm gonna show you some stuff that I got and I want to, I'm unsure about how to say this, so I want to make it really clear. I do not request things from my kids. I do not request gifts. Sometimes I do as a joke, but I make sure that they know it's a joke. I do not actually ask for things from my students. So if I do get given anything, then A, I know it is from the student, not from me requesting, and B, I am so grateful. I mean, I'm always so grateful for my kids, but if they choose to give me something, then that is something that I really treasure because they've put their effort into it. So I got some chocolates from a girl who I don't actually teach, but I have worked with her a bit this year and she's one of those standout kids who, like, every time there's a challenge or a scholarship or something, like, she's the first one that comes to mind. So I've just been like flicking her a lot of emails this year and from my knowledge she's gone for a couple of them, which is awesome. So yeah, she just said thank you. And then I got this gift, which I just think is so cool, and I had to show you. So it is a teacher survival kit, and it has like a little red cross or green cross inside. And then it says, in case of emergency, break glass. And this is packed. Like, that's how thick it is. There is stuff inside. It is just full. And I'm so grateful. So this is one of my year 8s, my lovely year 8 group, and he was just so kind, and he had told me about it, that his mum was doing it, and I just thought it was something little, and it turns out it was like weighty. So this is just so kind and I'm so grateful. So I don't want to, by the time this uploads, it'll probably be like tomorrow anyway, and tomorrow is the last day. I just want to put it out there, kids, if you're watching, I don't expect anything. You know I don't expect anything. And if you choose to give me something, that's amazing, but you don't have to. Also, kids, if you're going to try and give me something, please don't next year, because I am leaving and I can carry 2 suitcases and I'm a pack rat. So probably don't, because then I'll feel guilty about not keeping it and I will forego pants, which is a problem in a new continent where people don't know me. I mean, it's a problem where people do know me, but it's no pants is a problem. Don't let me not take pants. What am I saying? Okay. After that weird rant, we also had Secret Santa, which I think I took a video of the Christmas tree with all the presents underneath. It's basically a photo in video form, and I will put that in here somewhere, maybe at the end. I normally do these like chatting bits first, and then I put the videos in at the end.
Okay. Yeah, okay, cool. Charlie's not in yet.
And we had Secret Santa today with some of the staff and it was really lovely. So I'll show you what I got. So the lady who sits behind me, Jen, she has a daughter who has been backpacking and traveling through Europe, and she basically reached out to her daughter and said, hey, what should I get, like, my girl? And so she got me a collapsible Tupperware container. Now this is so good. And it's got a knife and fork, or a fork and a spoon, I think, in there already, which is just so helpful. But yeah, it's a collapsible food container, so I will be definitely taking this with me. And it's like a silicone one, so it's nice and squishy. And it just, this is so helpful. She also got me, in a watermelon print, a sand resistant beach towel, which is so cool, and I've been wanting one of these for a while. I've got a love-hate relationship with the beach. Most of the hate is because of sand. I hate sand. I also don't tan very well. I burn. I am so white that I go from me to this. It's not very safe. So I would much rather have a nice beach towel that I can enjoy the sun with a lot of sunscreen and then pack up and go home and not have to worry about taking half the beach in the sand with me. The other update is what I'm working on. So my students helped me finish off balling up these yarns. This is going, yarns, I'm singing today, yarns. This is going to be the cloud bow dress. I'm going to make it into a dress, and I've now caked up all my yarns, which is exciting. So I don't have to do it, and that was mohair, so that was a lot of effort. My students did it for me instead. They also tangled it heavily, so I had to fix it. But that was okay. So I've got these two, and I've got all the rest of them fixed as well and finished and ready to go. And then I have this one. This is the other colour, whatever the other colour is, of this one. And these are going to be the Musselburgh hat. And I am up to like the very last skatey moment. Actually, I reckon there's probably 2 rounds left of this. And then it will be ready for the next one. This is quite big. I'll put it on. Hang on. Oh, it's on my earring. No. Yeah. So it's fairly big. Fairly big. But I figure that it will have the other side inserted inside it, and it will be like double brimmed or quadruple brimmed. So it will be quite heavily folded up, and I just think it's a nice beanie. I think the oversize is probably actually nicer because it'll keep the heat in. And if he doesn't like it, I will keep it because I like it. So win, win, win. So I'm trying to get onto this as soon as possible. I also knit a bit of the brim of the cowrie beanie that I'm going to be making, and I didn't really get very far. I went to bed quite early last night, so I was very tired. Let's do some advents. So, day 14 of Ash and Eve, the steampunk collection. It will be a tweed because it's day 14. Today's colour is Gasket. And this is the colour. That's just so beautiful. So this is Gasket for day 14. You also have a little mini or a little extra. Oh, that's cool. It's a thimble. So when you're sewing and darning, you can just kind of like use it. That is very cool. And it's very steampunk as well. Very appropriate. Day 14 is elderberry, and we have day 17 will be blueberry. I'm just so excited for blueberry. So elderberry today. What a fun colour. Oh, that is great. That is such a pretty colour. Put it up here. So this is yesterday's and then today's. And you can really see that blue starting to come through in that purple. Oh, so nice. Seriously, this fade is probably my favourite. Yeah, just the way it's fading through is possibly my favourite one that we've got. Day 14 for Wool and Works is a nice lilac. It's a really pretty light purple. Day 14 for Olivia and Oliver Fibres is the Wanderlust, and we've got this image and this skein. This reminds me of like a fairy castle. So this is Menton. Menton, or Menton, is a small city located in the south of France. Due to a special microclimate, Menton has a warm climate year-round and has more sunny days than any other place in France. It also has beautiful gardens. Does anyone else get that? When they're like talking so much they have to yawn? Anyway. It also has beautiful gardens, excellent French and Italian food, sandy beaches at the foot of the aqua blue Mediterranean Sea, that's how you speak in English, and a colourful and historic old town. Just checking to make sure they've got their names on the bottom, because if they're all the same, might be so good. And day 14 of Circus Tunic is this yellowy orange. It's got some speckles in it too, like some red speckles. Day 14 of Firefly Notes. Oh wow. It's a hand. Hope you can see that. That's a little bit freaky. Well, I guess now if someone says, do you want a hand? I can say, I've already got one. Guys. All right. Day 14 of Botanical Yarn, sorry. Continuing that fade, it's still such a deep red. It's going to be interesting to see what it fades down into, because these have got some quite like white or light bits in it. I'll be interested to see how this one goes. And then of course what the next colour is. Very excited to see it. Okay, so Mum is out tonight. I'm going to be making dinner. No idea what I'm making. I've got salad in the fridge. I might end up just eating salad. Just be fine with that. Tomorrow is the last day. I might take you with me to the last day of school so you can just see different things. I can't show you students' faces, but I can show you my room and I can show you some of my favourite parts of the school. But yeah, I'm just not allowed to show you, well, it's not about not being allowed. I don't find it ethically appropriate to show you students' faces unless I've been given express permission by their parents, and that's just a lot to go to for a YouTube channel. So some of my students have actually asked, and I don't mind their voices being in, so you might hear a couple of my students. I did teach one of the girls how to knit with this, and she was like, is my voice going to be in there? And I was like, yeah. So she was very excited about that. But I don't feel as though it is my place to put where's the middle? Here we go. I don't find it my place to put photos of student faces, especially as you don't know what the students would prefer and what the parents would prefer as well. So I just err on the side of absolute caution and say no. Oven. So tonight, I need to finish off making the other bit of the birthday gift that I'm making for the boy, for the person, the guy that I like, who I'm seeing on Friday. I need to finish off the socks as well. Oh my goodness, I really need to finish those, weave in those ends. I would like to get started, I mean, it'll be easy, but I'm going to get started onto the second colour of this and start getting it finished. This is going to be my knitting tomorrow, so both at school and in the farewells ceremony. Last year I got quite a bit done in the farewell ceremony because it was boring. And so I'm gonna basically do one round of the new yarn and then just establish it and then stop. And then we will see how far I get tomorrow. So I'm kind of gonna use that as a bit of a personal challenge and just see how far I can knit in a day while having interruptions. That'll be exciting. I would like to get my cowrie ribbing done and start on the design. I did show you that yesterday in my little notebook. What else? I don't really have much on. It's just going to be very chill. I might watch some Vlogmas, catch up. The ones that I've been loving lately have been Mad About You and Finished Knitting Stories. Those have been the two that I've been tuning into regularly. And Ali, Fibre Bound Ali put up some and she is doing them in blocks. So she did days 1 to 3, 4 to 6 and 7 to 9. That is all I've caught up with so far, so I'm a little bit behind, but I'm super excited. I love watching Ali's Vlogmas, and so that's been so much fun, just like engaging with her and seeing what she's doing. So Ali and Maddie have both been on a yarn like advent swap, so they actually curated an advent calendar for each other with a couple of other people. So Ali explains it really well, so does Maddie. And it's just so much fun watching what they give to each other, and I've been really enjoying it. So that is basically my plans for tonight. Just gonna relax and have an enjoyable evening. So nice, so nice. Yeah, that's basically it. I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Alright, this is obviously no faces. This is my sports class. I'm relieving sport. I hate sport. So I am making a beanie and they are playing with balls.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Yep, around. That's it. Through. Almost, that's it. And off. Good girl. One more time. In, around, through. Whoop. Hang on, you dropped it. That's okay, you can do it again. So in, around, through. Yep, through, and off. Good girl.